born on September 13, 1917 at the Philippine General Hospital in Manila. He was 92 when he passed away on December 26, 2009. He was baptized Manuel Amado Gonzalez. His parents were Bienvenido Maria Yoko Gonzalez and Concepcion Miravalles Rapols. He was the eldest of 5 children. After him came Gonzalo, nicknamed Zal, Eva, Bang, Lilia, Lil, and Bienvenido Jr. Dodo. Lolo Bindo was a Pampangueño, while Lola Conching a Cebuana. He married Esther Mapua Gonzalez, a Manilena, on November 30, 1946. He had 3 children: Manuel Angel, that's me, Luis Alberto, Louis, and Diane Lourdes, D or Diane. That was born at 7 months as a result of a fall by his mother during her pregnancy. The doctor who had to use forceps to pull him out accidentally hit the nerve, which affected the development of his left leg. His younger brother, Gonzalo, was the one who taught and encouraged him to walk with both his legs. In spite of this disability, however, he learned to bike quite well and even had his younger sister, Lilia, ride on the bike with him. He would bike from the house in Pasay up to St. Scholastical College in Manila, where he would drop her off for school. That was also quite adventurous. He used to own a scooter, which he used twice to go to Baguio and back. He even drove a car to the Bicol province alone. He also took an interest in Lolo's new Model T Ford and learned to start it, even drive it. One day, when his parents were in Manila, Dad took the car keys and drove the Ford downhill all by himself. He was about 10 years old at this time. One of the campus guards stopped him, rang up his boss to report the incident. Mr. Aranya came and brought both the young driver and the Ford home. Needless to say, Lolo was told about it, and I leave it to you to figure out what happened next. Throughout his active life, he was a troubleshooter, keeping the family cars in running condition. Dad grew up in College Laguna, where Lolo was a faculty member, head and professor of animal husbandry, and later dean of the College of Agriculture, University of the Philippines. His grade school was at the McKinning School in Los Baños, which was attended by children of faculty members and employees. The school was started in 1924 in the entresuelo of their house. That was among the first 5 graduates. The other 3 were his brother Zal and 2 other Gonzalez cousins, Benjamin and Vladimir. Vladimir is the father of Itams Gonzalez. He writes a column in the Star. All the 4 Gonzalez graduates later went to the Ateneo High School in Manila. At an early age, Dad had a love for mechanical things. He would take his toy cars, clocks, and other toys apart and try to put them back together again. Lolo used to tease him saying, "Sometimes we fix, sometimes we break." Lolo was keenly aware of Dad's interest in mechanics and looked for a mechanical school in Manila that would give his son a good education in mechanics, but could not find one. So when Lola's sister, Salud, mentioned that there was a good trade school in Cebu that taught mechanics, and she offered to take care of him, Lolo sent him to study there. His schooling at the Ateneo was thus cut short when he transferred to Cebu. After graduating from the trade school in Cebu, Dad worked at the Laguna Tayabas Bus Company, which was owned by Americans at that time. His last job before he retired in the early 70s was with the American Oxygen and Acetylene Company, where he worked as their purchaser and eventually became a part owner. He had only 2 trips out of the country during his life. The first to the States was when he was about 4 years old. His father, who was studying for his doctorate in animal science, majoring in genetics at the Johns Hopkins University, brought Lola, Dad, and Tito Sal with him. The next trips were when he visited my brother, Louis, in Omaha, Nebraska, in the mid-80s, where he stayed with the family for 4 months, and for 1 month at his last visit abroad. Dad was a very quiet and religious person. He was part of a very close-knit family. Meals were not started until everyone was present. When I was a kid, we would have dinner at about 8 p.m. since we had to wait until Tito Dodong came back from school. These get-togethers for meals started when they were young and continued even after the death of their parents. When Tito Sal got married, he made it a point to be with the family every Sunday for dinner. During these get-togethers, his siblings would have lively discussions and talk about old times or current events, but Dad preferred to listen and rarely contributed. Sometimes stories about funny incidents when they were young would be repeated over the years. They would however laugh and enjoy the memory as if they were hearing it for the first time. Absences to these weekly gatherings only occurred when it was physically impossible to attend, being out of the country or city, or if one passed away. Tito Sal was the first to go. He died in 1987. That prayed often and said he had communication with his guardian angel and other spirits. When asked by his brothers or sisters the spirits of his parents or Tito Sal was around when they gathered in the cemetery for prayers for death anniversaries, he would usually answer in the affirmative. He would also tell them what they said. One thing that was also quite evident was his love for Mom. One morning when I was about 4 years old, I was in a happy mood and was jumping up and down their bed. I continued the jumping even when Dad had already told me to stop and get dressed as we were going to Lola Hilal's, Mom's mother's house for the day. I did not realize he was already quite angry after repeating the instruction about the 4th time. Even when he threatened to spank me with his belt, I continued the jumping. I guess I did not believe him as he had never used the belt on me before, and I was still in my happy mood. He did, and I screamed and cried. Mom did not say anything while this was going on. I just saw her crying while talking to Lola Hilal's, and later noticed Lola Hilal's talking to Dad. From that day, Dad never spanked me or Louis or Diane. He left all the disciplining to Mom. When Mom, due to her Alzheimer's disease, would repeat the same question every 2 minutes, Dad would patiently answer her each time as if it was the first time he was hearing the question. Dad never had any vices. He did not smoke, drink, or gamble. He felt that smoking was just like burning money. Since he did not drink, he was a bit naive about the effects of alcohol. He once bragged to Tita Honeycomb and myself